Bangkok has long been a magnet for tourists, some just passing through on their way to Thailand's beaches, but others linger longer, drawn in by the culture and cuisine. There's a company just around the corner from here which tries to persuade visitors to take the road less travelled.
Welcome to join us the Bangkok historical tour. Actually,
the pre-tour briefing delivered with the passion of an enthusiast.
We ride mostly on the path.
Sarawut Tirakamchai uses his nickname Woody when he's at work. It's easier for foreigners to pronounce.
And the most important about when you're riding is the brake.
Checking that clients are comfortable before setting off on their bicycles is not just a courtesy.
Every time before we start to run the tour, over there, try to ride, show me a little bit, to show me about the basic, about how to balance or whatever. But someone cannot do it. Then you just say sorry, we cannot take you there for their safety.
Exploring the labyrinth of narrow alleyways that lead to the river, a slice of life hidden from the standard bus or boat tours that Woody used to lead.
Watch your head. This canal is very popular for the normal tourists.
It must be so noisy if you're trying to do some kind of commentary and tell people what's going on, and you're shouting.
I was there. And
but you used to be a guide on the boats as well?
Yes.
How was that?
First time it's okay, quite exciting, everything new for you. After 10 years, it's never changed.
So you prefer being a cycle guide?
Yep. Much better. And you have more freedom.
And it's not so noisy like that?
Noisy. Mandarin, Chinese.
Woody has managed to turn his hobby into his job. So Woody, to do your job, you need to be a very good cyclist, you need to speak good English, and you also need to be a local historian.
Hard to explain, but since I take a course for the tour guide, they said that you need to be everything. When he was general and then he left Ayutthaya, every day you have the same route, same attractions, same story, but you need to understand the people. What do they want? That's a challenge.
Woody says his job keeps him healthy and happy, but he works freelance, so his income depends on the number of tourists the company has booked in.
It depends on the season too. Last month we have, I think, 10 or 15 days work, but it's quite much more than normal tour guides. Some of the guys have no job for a month. Busy time almost every day.
Bangkok is a city that's still growing. It's pushing further out and further up. Everywhere you look, there seem to be new buildings under construction. But how is that sustainable? One young entrepreneur has spent a lot of time thinking about the way that people in this city live and work and play, and he's turned it into a very successful business. A respectful salute and a rather anxious-looking foreman. The boss has come to inspect his pet project. 38-year-old Chanon Ruangkritya has a clutch of successful developments under his belt. But he likes this one so much, he's decided to move his own family into the penthouse. Once it's finished, of course. Mr. Chanon's company has weathered the years of political upheaval and last year's floods, but it wasn't always easy.
I think in general it's just tough for any entrepreneur or business people. It's the basic rule of Darwinism, right? It's just survival of the fittest, and you just have to have your awareness hat on fully and just manage the risk. Most Thai businesses and business owners and companies are quite resilient. If you weren't strong enough, you would have probably disappeared off the face of the country already.
Educated abroad, Mr. Chanon returned to Bangkok in 1998. He helped his family's property business recover from the Asian financial crisis before branching out on his own. A new company with a new concept.
We know for a fact that the growing middle class is our target audience that we're trying to communicate to and trying to serve.
You're looking at people who've got a reasonable amount of expendable income to be able to afford this sort of luxury.
Well, it's the affordability is the name of the game. The first jobber, pre-marriage guys that's probably about 70% of our market. This is our typical 35 square meter room at the site.
Mr. Chanon's developments are on land close to Bangkok's elevated railway system. It's all part of the sales pitch. Give up your car and free up your time.
We see people spending 3-4 hours just traveling around in traffic, notorious Bangkok traffic jam all the time. And we're saying, hey, your cash is leaking from your wallet. Your time in your life, it's leaking from you as well. You're spending about 10 to 15 years of your life in cars. If you don't like working, at least use that 3-4 hours, go out and have fun, go watch a movie, hang out with friends, go to the swimming pool up here, just enjoy life instead of being very frustrated and mad in the car.
There may be a growing market for Chanon's compact condominiums, but here in the slum of Klong Tui, people can't even dream of owning their own apartment in a high-rise. Here in the market, people work incredibly long hours for very little reward.
Fresh bamboo is over there.
Sayut Diwang, better known as Poo, has lived in Klong Tui all her life. She set up her own business here, teaching foreign tourists how to cook Thai food.
The deep fried insect. You can try. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Everything. What do you think?
That includes an introduction to some of the more unfamiliar local ingredients.
More Thai people eat everything. The chicken, fish. For people live in the slum, really cheap, eat everything.
Pooh was nervous about setting up on her own, fearing her English wasn't good enough. But the gamble has paid off.
In the
past, I earned so little that if I wanted something, I knew I couldn't afford it. Sometimes my boys would ask for a toy or something to eat, and I'd tell them they had to wait. But now, with the cookery school, I'm earning more and there's more money to go round. I'm trying to manage my finances, and every day I put some money in the bank.
Mat first for smell strong. Mash and chop small.
The cookery school is in the front room of a local house. No gleaming stainless steel here. This is traditional Thai-style food. Simple, fresh and spicy.
I used to be a street food seller, and I'd have to wake up at about 4:30 in the morning. I wouldn't finish working until 9 or 10 at night. But now I can get up at about 6. I come here to the school for a couple of hours to prepare everything before going to pick up the clients.
Pooh is the main breadwinner in the household. Her parents, husband and 2 sons all depend on her. Pooh's net income, about $800 a month, is, she says, enough to look after everyone and to plan a better future for her boys.
I didn't have much education, nor my husband. But now I can afford to send my children to a good school, and they can take extra classes. In the future, if my kids can study more English, they can help me with the business and help others in the community too.
Bangkok is a city of contrasts, determined to hang on to its heritage and culture, but also craving the conveniences of modern life. The challenge is to manage the city's expansion and its people's expectations, to try and make improvements in mobility, both physical and social, so that everybody here has a chance to make the most of the opportunities that Bangkok has to offer. From me, Rachel Harvey, and the rest of the Working Life team, goodbye.